Hello, welcome to my town hall. It is time. Welcome. So I think what I need to do is actually turn down the brightness is okay. So I'm trying to get it set up here. I do have a flag over here, but it's gonna be a little bit behind me. Welcome. It's time for Town Hall and Campaign Update by me, Susan, Maud, Buchser-Lochocki. And as you know, I'm in Switzerland right now at my art studio. And I'm coming to you live here from there on Facebook. So I don't know if it's me or the time of year or something, but there wasn't a lot of election news this week, and there's no news about the sentencing of Donald Trump. So finally, we have a moment where we're not hearing anything about Donald Trump. That's quite amazing. So let's enjoy a little bit this peace right now, peace and quiet, and see what's going to transpire. Earlier in the week, Biden did something he said he wasn't going to do, and that was he pardoned his son for his criminal activity. And a few things that Biden's been doing lately, intimidating Russia and, staying on the side of Israel and Netanyahu, just leads me to believe that he might be more of a Zionist than we all believe, and that he might be one who's out to bring on Armageddon. And this is very disconcerting. It's very difficult to think about and to realize. So I'm a bit concerned now for the rest of his presidency, because although he's a lame duck president, there's a lot a president can do. They've got a lot of power. So, folks, we need to think about that. And act accordingly. So Biden, for me, is now a problem. He's not really following through on his words, and has his finger potentially on a nuclear bomb. So we should be concerned. Then we have also Trump, who's a wannabe, having his finger on the nuclear bomb, but yet he's a felon with 34 felonies. And he's been able to buy his way out of being sentenced. His last sentencing possibility was dismissed indefinitely. So that could be post-mortem. He's going to die first and then he'll be sentenced. This is unacceptable. This is like Wild West gone bonkers. So it's really concerning. And naturally, whenever I go anywhere, the first question everybody has, or the first thing they want to talk about, or the first thing they want to tell me is their opinion of our election process, Donald Trump, Biden, how can we be seen as a real country, and all of these things. So this is what I'm being bombarded with when I walk around and go to my events that I'm going to. So, it doesn't have to be this way. We have been taken over by the Democrats and the Republicans, and we need to get them out. So I asked you to vote for anything other than a Democrat and Republican. And I hope you did. I mean, the problem is with the registering to vote list is they have you in their system and they can manipulate your vote however they want because it's all computerized nowadays and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So you may have voted technically if you're registered for someone, but they might have changed that vote in the way that they wanted it to go. And trust me, there are people in both parties working together to bring us to where we are today. So we are on the brink of World War III. It's not funny at all anymore because right now we got a president who was in office for an awful long time, working in Congress, and he voted many times to support violence by sending troops and money overseas to kill people. So he's a killer. And he's in charge of our country. And then we have another guy who's also a killer, but he only will let certain information out. So he is paying to keep people quiet. It's what his 34 felonies are about, paying people to be quiet, and now it's happening again. And this is just again and again, he's just history. Trump is all about history repeating itself. So I am really concerned about the future and about the future of our country, but about the future of humanity too. A lot of people look to the USA for guidance and clarity and supposed freedom and the rights of the individual. But we are really anything but that. The rights of the individual are being trampled on, right and left. And this is not fair, it's not pretty, and it needs to stop. So, so with Biden pardoning his son, that's him going against his word, and okay, blood is thicker than water, true, but, sometimes you have to use your best judgment. And for me, Biden is so old that he doesn't really have a stake in the future. He doesn't really care what happens in the future. So he is a danger now, I think. And we need to really contemplate that. It's not a good idea, but there's a lot of truth to it. So as far as I go, I'm moving along with my things that I need to get done here, which is great news because soon I can start getting my next lawsuit together and getting that out the door. So it's all happening. Everything's moving forward over here. And I'm not stopping. I'm still a presidential candidate in the 2024 election cycle. And I will stay that way. I just had a birthday and I turned 59. So, yes, I'm an old lady. Getting older all the time. But I'm also wiser all the time. And I learned a lot this year in the election process and driving around the country. And, I am so in love with our country. We have so much that we could do. And yet we're seemingly stuck. And something else that occurred to me is, when I'm here in Europe, it's pretty amazing and beautiful and whatnot. And it seems very sturdy, and things are really set in stone, and they really are set in stone. Houses and roads and things like that. But something came to mind just to show you a difference, and that is that Europe was many times taken over by different countries and different kingdoms, actually. And, kings, they just go and they take over a country and they steal all the goods and get all the gold and the diamonds and everything, and then they leave. And then they spend that money building roads and taking care of buildings in their own country, right? Well, here in the US, we had a king and queen for a while, right? But we gave them up. And so then the spending fell upon, the corporations and on the people, of course. And the people are doing the majority of the spending tax-wise. So, we need to keep that in mind, that they pay lots in taxes, and we should listen to them, which we're not currently doing, as I discovered while I was driving around. But one reason why some of our roads are not so good is because they're public funded. We don't have a king and queen who's going to be spending money to keep the roads nice. So, corporations, especially the big ones, we need you to stop trying to pay taxes from a lower tax bracket. We need you to pay the taxes you should be paying. And just pay them, because, it's your USA also, and you want customers to come to you. So if you want that, then you need to put your money behind your name and your work. So we need some investment in our streets. Paint streets, and we need to widen streets in some areas and create pavement in others. And, it's an ongoing project for us currently, because we're still a fledgling country in comparison to the length of time that the other countries have been around. And we don't have a king and queen giving us money. So we, the people, have to get the money from somewhere. Now, there's some money in taxes, so we can certainly give that money out and get things going. But we need the rich people to pay their fair share, and we need corporations to pay their fair share. So that is exactly where I am, USA, and anybody else watching. We need to treat ourselves like we're kings and queens and spend the money and make our country a better place. We have so much potential, and we're not living up to it. And when I see potential going to waste, it bothers me. So that's why I got into politics in the first place, is to lead us to a better place, to a more loving and giving and achieving place, So, USA, I'm with you. And we need to get the corruption out of the system. So I'm working on that too. My lawsuit is still pending with the Supreme Court. I don't have it back. So this is all good news. And what else is going on? I'm a year older, so I'm 59 now. And I guess that's about it. I don't really have a lot of news today. I did want to talk about what I saw while I was driving around, and I also eventually want to talk about atheism. But those are topics to come to later, except for, like I said, driving around, I saw, a lot of bad roads and badly designed roads and stuff like that. I'm not giving you an excuse for having them. You need to fix them. And I will put federal money aside so that we can get those things fixed. But the real point is we need paint on the roads so we can see the roads at night. And we need roads that are flat, not angled and not, in all these weird things, and part of it's falling off and it's too thin and narrow. We need real roads. And I know it's tough because we don't have a king and queen to just beg for money from. So we're going to have to do it ourselves. And part of the doing it ourselves is starting by paying taxes. And that goes for corporations and individuals. Yeah, we need that tax revenue so that we can get the job done, So this is as far as I can go. I'm really tired right now. I'm falling asleep. My plan is to be with you on Sunday at 3:30 in the afternoon, Washington, D.C. time. And I should be more awake then, and I should hopefully have some more news for you too. So I'm going to leave it at that. This is a town hall and campaign update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and enjoy the over 400 videos out there that I've made about all different topics, so you can see where I'm standing and where I think we should go. A lot of things I want to do, I'm going to be talking to you directly, having you vote on different issues so that we can be more united than we are currently. And I guess that's about it. So I'm going to say, here's my flag. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm going to be available on Sunday again at the same time at 3:30 in the afternoon, Washington, D.C. time, and then we can talk again then. So if you have questions that you want to ask me, write them down and bring them to the meeting on Sunday. All right? Don't forget, Saturday mornings I put out a new chapter from different children's books, if they're big children's books, and the one I'm reading is pretty big. It's called Who is the Supreme Court? So if you want to find out about the Supreme Court, then join me on Saturday morning at some point. I'll be releasing a new video, and then you can find out about the Supreme Court, just like I am. So anyway, I thank you for stopping by. I'm going to sleep now because it's late. It's like almost 10 here, and I've been up since like 4 in the morning, maybe 4:30, something like that. So I'm a bit tired. And yeah, that's as far as I can go and tell you what's going on. So all I can say is that my life is getting organized now, and I'm really happy about that too. So thank you very much. If you want to check out more about my lawsuit and other things about me, you can visit me here and Google different words, and then you'll get your information. Or you can go to my website, which is susan4usa.com. And if you go there, from there you can get to all my different media, which is Facebook, Twitter, or formerly Twitter, and yeah, mostly those two, Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. So those three are mine. I do have an Instagram page, but I haven't updated it for forever, so that's not really a good place to go. Right here on this Facebook page is the best place to be. This is where I usually put my information first, and then I distribute it to my other channels. So, but if you're on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel there so you get the most recent videos all the time and messages. Although, I mean, really, truthfully, Facebook is where I am. This is where I usually release the information first, anyways, depending on the situation. Okay, so my website is susan4usa.com. That's Susan, the number 4, USA.com. And on that note, I'm going to sleep now. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Greetings from Switzerland. Bye for now.